Hey, welcome to this video. And if you arrived here, you're probably looking for more information on how to earn money from home for ladies. So I'll go over the five main business models that are often touted, and then I'll give you what I think is the best business model at the end. And I'll give you the cons of each business model before that. So the first one you hear a lot about is starting an Etsy store. So Etsy. And so yeah, they're basically selling vintage items, handcrafted items like jewelry, gifts, stamp collections, self-care, earrings, sort of artsy stuff of that nature. And there are lots of sites similar to this, but I just went with Etsy because it's a pretty popular one. So e-commerce for arts and crafts. Now, why don't I recommend this as a business model? Well, in my opinion, e-commerce in any form is one of the most complicated and difficult business models to get started with. I'm not saying there aren't people who make lots of money with it. It's just extremely difficult and complex. There's just so many moving parts. First of all, the profit margins are very slim, razor slim. You don't have to pay for, well, for Etsy, for example, you don't have to pay to list your items because they're not going to do it for free. Uh, and then you'll have to, spend money on ads probably. You could. There's organic ways to get your stuff to show, but with e-commerce, it's really a pay-to-play type of thing. So spend money on Facebook ads or Google ads or Bing ads, whatever ad platform you decide to go with. Different third-party tools you might need, um, and then also proper e-commerce training, and those courses generally aren't that cheap. Um, and then also you can only price your items so high. Like you can't sell a $5 little trinket for $100. No one's going to buy it, right? They'll just shop around. Online buyers are very savvy these days. They'll always go for the lowest price item. So you can only price it so high. And for all these reasons, your profit margins are very slim. And secondly, it's very difficult to hit your income goals. Partly because of the profit margins, but also just the nature of the business model. I mean, if you think about it, you're selling a $25 item. Let's say it costs you $6 to make. Let's say $19 in profit, and I'm not even counting all the costs that go into running your business. So $19 profit. To hit your income goal of say 10,000 a month, right? That's a pretty popular. That's kind of like the gold standard. And if you're going for less than that, what's the point? Aim high. Well, you'd have to sell to hit 10,000 a month. You'd have to sell 17 items. Now, do you think you could sell 17 of anything in a day? I know I can't. Most of the top marketers can't even do that. So, and again, this isn't even counting all the other costs that go into this business. So, and lastly, it's just very labor intensive. You're gonna have to create the products, learn how to market the products, whether that's with search engine optimization or paid ads. You're gonna have to learn copywriting. You have to learn some design, and there's just so many moving parts. I don't recommend it at all for beginners. So stay away from Etsy unless you're very advanced. The second business model often you hear about is blogging. Sounds good, right? Write about your hobby, your passions, make money with ad revenue, right? Um, there's a few problems with blogging. Number one, you have to get a lot of eyeballs to your site to make any significant income. Because most bloggers make money from ads like this. You can see on the right, that's an ad. The bottom, that's also an ad. Just because the CPMs are so low. CPM stands for cost per 1,000 views. It's very difficult. And the second reason, and this kind of leads into the second point, which is you have to get really, really good at SEO, search engine optimization. And that's a very technical skill. People make it sound easy. It's not. It's a whole beast in itself. And that just means ranking your articles in Google so they actually get seen. Um, and Google's constantly changing their algorithm every week, right? So you're also at the whim of Google's algorithm. And lastly, you have to write a lot of content, right? Original content. You can't copy and paste. Google can detect that. It's very smart. and don't rank your articles. It has to be original content, constantly pumping out original articles. You know, expect to write at least 2,000 words a day, which is no small task. So personally, I tried blogging for around 4 months. Um, I I got the odd visitor here and there, but nothing. I can never generate any significant traffic from it. Now, some people might say I didn't stick with it long enough, but I mean, 4 months, you should be expect some results at least, right? So yeah, just away from blogging. I don't know why people still recommend it. Um, and then thirdly is third business model is freelancing. Um, Now, basically, what that's providing a service to small businesses. So whether that's Facebook ads, posting on social media, web design, stuff of that nature. The first problem with freelancing, you have to get really, really good at whatever service you're providing. You know, say you're doing Facebook ads. Well, that can take probably 2 years in itself to really get good at. So, and then secondly, you have to get really good at pitching clients, right? So cold emailing them, getting on the phone with them, trying to basically sell yourself. And that's no easy task. Trying to convince a small business owner, to pay $500, $1,000 a month for your services, that's extremely difficult. Even to you know let you do it for free. That's difficult. So yeah, you don't want to. It's just a big headache. Don't go into freelancing. Um, and the other business model is creating your own course. This is actually a really good business model, but it's fairly advanced. It's not beginner friendly at all. Um, like maybe eventually, once you get more experienced with online marketing, you can create your own course, but I would not recommend it for beginners. Now, why is that? First of all, you have to already be an expert in your niche, whatever that is. So if you're selling a course on weight loss, you better be the expert on weight loss. Um, and then you have to come up with the course content. You have to do the marketing, and so it's just a lot of stuff. And then you have to get good at presentations, get good at doing video. That's a whole nother skill in itself. Learn the technical stuff of video presentations. Then lastly, get good at actually marketing your course. You could have the best course in the world, but if you don't know how to market it, your business is as good as dead. So it's just a lot of stuff you have to get good at. So, and the fifth business model you hear recommended a lot is YouTube. Um, Now this is actually somewhat valid. I do about 3 videos a day, so lately I have been. So I think YouTube is a very powerful platform, but when most people say YouTube, they mean becoming some huge influencer or having some huge audience. Tens of thousands of subscribers. Um, um, no, Now that strategy can work, but it's very difficult. It's going to take a while to get there. The way I use it is much more strategic. Um, in fact, I started making money on my other channel with less than 20 subscribers. Um, so yeah, it's definitely possible. And I'll get into that in a bit. So now look, maybe you're here. You're not necessarily sold on any of these other business models. You're just here because you want a way to make money online. Well, the best business model I've found, and I've been in the online space for over a year now. I've tried freelancing, domain flipping, blogging, just lots of goofy stuff. The only business model that really makes sense to me is something called affiliate marketing. You may have heard of it. All it is promoting other people's digital products in exchange for commission. So it could be in any niche, weight loss, dog training, gardening, business opportunities, real estate, personal finance, whatever you're interested in or at least willing to learn about. That's the niche you should go into. So here's how it looks. You'll pick a great product to promote. Find a group of people who would be interested in that product. Send them to your simple but valuable content where you're teaching them a little bit on that niche, what they came to learn about in the first place, and then and only then do you send them to the sales page. And a lot of if you research affiliate marketing on YouTube, there's a lot of bad information out there. A lot of the gurus will leave this middle part out. They'll just say, oh, just send people directly to a sales page, and then just keep hammering them over the head with different offers, and they'll find what resonates with them. No, they won't. People don't buy like that these days. It takes a little more warming up, right? It takes a bit of trust. So yeah, you definitely want to have this middle part. So yeah, affiliate marketing. Now you might be wondering, why do I recommend affiliate marketing out of all the business models out there? For one, it's very simple. There aren't too many moving parts. As long as you get the right training. If you don't get the right training, it can feel very overwhelming and confusing, like it did for me for a long time. But I stuck to it because I understood there was something to this affiliate marketing. Secondly, it's mostly automated. Once you get everything set up, it can be like 80% automated, which is great. So if you want to go hiking for the day, fishing, spend time with your spouse, you can do that and still be generating commissions. The profit margins are around 50 to 80% higher than any other business model that I'm aware of. Even freelancing only has like a 30% profit margin. You know, blogging might be higher, but I don't really consider blogging a business model, just because so few people are actually successful at it. Because the profit margins are so high, and if as long as you're picking the right product, you can easily hit your income goals of 10,000 or even higher a month. It's definitely doable. And lastly, it's the one business model I found where you can truly be a solopreneur. So you can just be one guy, or in your case, woman, on a laptop, making really good money for yourself. You don't need to hire teams. You don't need to partner with anyone. You don't need to outsource any of the work. You can just do it all yourself, which is great, right? So yeah, if what I'm saying right now is resonating with you, what I suggest is clicking the link below. You'll get access to a 4-day training series. I'm constantly updating it. Right now, it's actually done by my mentor, the guy who taught me all this stuff. And keep in mind, this is just a 30,000-foot view. You're going to be learning. He's going to give you the entire blueprint. So, and you can just take it and run with it. And then you can go on to sell anything you want. And basically what you'll be learning in that training is how to pick great products to promote that will really help people, but also allow you to be as profitable as possible. How to build trust with people without necessarily being an influencer or having a huge audience. And lastly, how to generate an endless flow of leads into your business every day so your well never goes dry. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope you got some value out of this video. If you're interested in learning more about affiliate marketing, check out that link. I hope to see you on the other side, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.